Good evening. Welcome to Soundtracks with Birdman. Sorry for the 2-minute delay that I was flapping my mouth talking to Boomer, planning out the rest of the month here. Welcome. Tonight we're redoing 1941, round number 2. Hopefully this time we all have the same film in front of us. We got Big Al back and H Boomer as always. How are you, Mr. Big Al?
I am doing well, thank you. How are you doing?
Good, good. I heard you fancy that Boba Fett show this morning.
I'm still buzzing, man.
Still buzzing. All right.
Buzzing.
No spoilers for those who have not watched it and who have managed to stay off YouTube all day long.
Yep.
And how are you, Boomer? What's your picture? I'm trying to make it out.
The puppet. The Eddie Deason puppet.
Because that ain't creepy at all. No.
Whatever. He's a bit of a stiff actor, but I'm just.
He always his performance is
a little wooden.
Yeah.
By the way, we are watching the 2.5-hour cut, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. This is the only one. Footage. Now, where are your starting point here? Because there's all sorts of preambles and stuff, like the new Universal logo. Where did you want to start this?
I've got a note on the restoration. A technical note about the restoration of 1941.
Okay. Well, we can do that one. Okay, we'll start from there.
So about 1 second.
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah. Okay, we can do that.
Welcome, Zootopia and Go Team Ghost Planet Go. Was Bubba actually in this episode? Was he in the episode at all?
Yes, he was.
He was? Okay.
For about 30 seconds.
30 seconds. But you know who was in the episode a lot?
Do you want to say spoilers?
Spoiler. Okay. No.
Lots of spoilers.
Lots of people were in this episode.
Yes, they were.
Wicket.
No.
Wicket gets no attention anymore. It's Bull. It's Bull.
You know, I was shocked that they actually brought Jar Jar in as a Sith Lord there at the end. I was like, what?
And he starts speaking in a British accent and perfect British English.
That is how that's how internet rumors get started.
Jar Jar gets rebranded just like the Redskins got rebranded today.
What? I haven't heard this. Do I want to?
Washington football team, as they've been the last couple of years, have finally got their new nickname.
Okay.
We are now the Washington Commanders.
Okay.
Yeah. That's about how it went over with fans. Okay, whatever.
Well, if fans stop going, then they'll stop having a team. I mean,
well, new logo, new design, new uniforms. I'm split on the unis. They had three new unis. I love the black one. I'm okay with the burgundy one. I hate the white one.
Well, I'm not really much of a sports fan, so I probably don't really have an opinion about it. So,
just putting it out there.
Well, if y'all are ready to start this, because this is like 2.5-hour movie.
All right, let's start it. Let's do it.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play.
All right.
In several scenes, you may notice a line or two of dialogue is slightly distorted. This distortion was present on the original tracks and could not be corrected. Or if I should keep going, or if it's just going to go before that.
It sits there for a while. If they want to have time to read it.
20 seconds is about when it,
And you got the Universal logo, right?
Yep. If you, the one where it comes over the planet.
The new one, right? Yeah, the CG one. Yeah. Not as good. Not as good. Boo!
Not as good. Yeah.
It's fine. But of course, it has to be the new logo because this is a new version of the movie, right?
Yeah. Well, it's actually the original version of the movie.
1941. I do love the theme to this, the march.
This is Steven Spielberg's favorite march that John Williams has ever written.
Yeah. It was a day that will live in infamy.
So, what's a better, like, Pearl Harbor, post-Pearl Harbor movie? Michael Bay's Pearl Harbor or Steven Spielberg's 1941?
Oh, this is much more enjoyable to me.
Yeah.
I'll say this though, Michael Bay's Midway, not too bad. That movie surprised me. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was. So yeah,
I'm gonna have to watch that because I like the original Midway, like Heston and.
Yeah, I need to check that out. But
John Williams did Midway.
Did he do the new one?
No, the original.
No. That would have been awesome if they could have gotten him to do that. But no.
I didn't mind the new Midway movie actually. I was because I thought Michael Bay and I thought it was going to be a cheese fest, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad for what it was. Yeah. Had a good cast too. Patrick Wilson, Woody Harrelson, a lot of people were in that movie.
Northern California coast. Where they shot this was the same location that the Goonies were shot. Or at least those rocks.
This is Oregon.
Yeah, those rocks are the ones that were on.
Yeah, this is Cannon Beach in Oregon.
Nice old. I love those old cars, man.
Look at this.
You recognize the actress?
Yeah. Who is that? I'm sorry.
She is
Polar Bear Club.
Same actress from Jaws.
Jaws, yep.
Polar Bear Club.
The girl that got eaten at the start of the film.
Is this accurate to Polar Bear Club activities?
Doesn't the water have to be like really, really cold?
Yes.
I think this is the exact same fence too.
Well, if you like I say, you think about it, it is December. So it's probably cold. And she could be training. Maybe she just wore that because she has it.
My caption just said sinister music playing.
Actually, Jaws theme.
Yeah, it is. It's that. Well, totally on purpose.
How often does Spielberg spoof Spielberg?
Well, this was the first time.
Yeah. I think the last time.
This feels like, yeah, probably. This feels like 19. Actually, no. This felt like an Ivan Reitman movie, and I noticed he was involved in this. Did he write the screenplay or something? I don't know.
He was going to direct it, but then he bailed out to do Meatballs.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, nothing wrong with Meatballs. I'm just a great score. Actually, Elmer Bernstein's score for that movie. But yeah, just I just think it's odd that he was it more personal to him. I guess it did very well though. Meatballs did very well. How did this movie do at the box office?
1941, just shy of $95 million on a $35 million budget.
Okay, so I guess it's a success, even though people don't look at this movie as a success now. Is that right?
They don't, but that's entirely unearned because it's budget 35, box office 95. Yeah. How is that not profit? I mean, you can say it's not good, but the Terminator films aren't good. They made a crap ton of money. They're considered a success.
What it is they compare what this did to like Jaws and Close Encounters.
That's true.
In comparison, it was a bust. But
not every film is going to do that well.
Basically, was it the film that sold the film, or was it Spielberg's name that made that money?
So we have subtitles, though. A lot of subtitles. We don't have
anything about Hollywood.
Like I would figure they would have Japanese accents, but no, they're actually speaking full-on Japanese, and the guy's speaking German there too. So it's
Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee. Do we?
When I got his part was like completely cut out. It was so annoying.
And that's Toshiro Mifune, right?
The guy from the Asaka blah blah blah. The Japanese director.
Akira Kurosawa?
Yes.
Is that him?
That's him. No, that's not the director. That's his main actor guy.
That's
right.
Toshiro Mifune, yeah.
It's interesting. Both George Lucas and Steven Spielberg were huge Akira Kurosawa fans. They helped get funding for Akira Kurosawa's Dreams, one of his last movies.
I love this shot. This is such a cool shot. Hi-yo! There's a full moon over the submarine. I'm Matthew Flynn.
He was asking, do we plan these streams ahead of time? Usually, yes.
Usually, yes. And next Tuesday, we have a special John Williams 90th birthday bash. I have Eric Woods coming back to join us, and Jeff Cummings, who did the Baton, a John Williams musical journey podcast. You can find it on iTunes or any app that has podcasts. It's very, very, very much worth checking out.
He's slapping him.
He saw some butt, and he's not the same.
Now, that actor, he actually served in the Japanese Air Force in World War II.
Interesting. Okay.
And I heard that when he came on set, all the Japanese actors were kind of like goofing around. And he went up to Spielberg and he says, "You let me handle these people." And Spielberg was like, "Okay." And he walked up and he started yelling and he smacked one. From there on, it was fine.
There you go. This is a good old American diner, right?
And this is In the Mood, which was quite popular back in the day. And I had my first car accident listening to this.
Really?
Yes. I flipped my truck over. Yep.
You survived to tell the tale, though. Think of it that way.
Not a bruise. Wear your seatbelts. Always.
Wear your seatbelts always, yes. In Florida, it's the law.
Well, it is here, too. But yeah, if I hadn't had my seatbelt on, I probably would have died. So,
look at this. Krauts. Heard them mentioning that name. Oh, you threw a meatball in my split pea soup. Part of me always wondered in these movie diners back in the day if they were like how the places really were. Remember Popeye with the hamburger joint? Like, was there really a restaurant like that was all crazy like that?
I love a diner there, man.
Now, I felt like in some ways Dan Aykroyd and John Candy were a bit underused in this. They're in it, but
there's a lot of characters in this movie.
Tim Matheson takes up a lot of screen time, which I thought was kind of surprising.
Well, he was a big deal at the time, kind of.
Tim Matheson was on the last season of Evil.
Yes, he was.
Yes. I almost didn't recognize him. He's getting up there.
Did you watch the full season?
I did.
Quite a
little confusing. We'll see how they pick up. I don't know. And that is Treat Williams, correct?
Yes.
I recognize Treat Williams. Any fans in the chat of Everwood, the CW series, which Chris Pratt, I believe, got his start on, was on Everwood. Treat Williams played I think he was a very wealthy neurosurgeon that opens up a clinic in a Colorado town and actually offered his services for free, in his retirement. But
he's really kind of like the bad guy in this film too.
Yes.
Yeah, he's very much a Richard. You know what I mean?
He can't stand eggs. Oh, happy birthday to him. Oh. First the pea soup and now the cake, huh? Were his parents visiting him? Is that what was going on here?
Yeah.
Last thing I want to see is Americans fighting Americans. People should remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were united back then, not so much these days, but we'll see what happens in the future. Can you get a cute waitress to mop up my face? That'd be better than this curmudgeonly old man
with an obviously dirty dish rag. The blonde kid there, the other one, he was an alligator for about
alligator.
10 minutes, the movie Alligator.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, yes. At the beginning, he was the partner.
Oh, I remember Alligator. I got to rewatch that sometime.
I watched it for the first time a couple weeks ago. It was awesome.
Yeah. Let me know if you ever plan to do a rewatch of that on your channel. Maybe I might be able to. I got to plan ahead, though.
I might
February.
have to do that.
You know what you could do? You could do a monster month.
Oh, just so you know, I got one planned already.
Oh, never mind then. Never mind.
Just a matter of when I'm going to do it. But
Are
I
you
already have the films picked out.
Are you doing Grizzly?
Not in the next couple months.
Never mind. I'm just curious.
But Alligator and Grizzly, that would be a great.
That'd be a great double
month.
feature.
Great month. I might have to do that.
You know what Grizzly's about, Daniel?
I would imagine a grizzly bear.
A very evil grizzly bear.
Think Jaws, but
with a bear.
Okay.
If you want Jaws with a pig, check out Razorback. It's an Australian movie. It's like Jaws with a pig in it. Okay. That'd be a good one. Actually, Al, if you haven't seen Razorback, check that out. If you can find that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
It's called Razorback. It's pretty cool. All right, so we got some good. This winning the Academy Awards for costuming, huh? Maybe.
Not costuming. It got cinematography nominations, sound mixing, I think, and special effects nominations.
Yep.
Boogie Woogie suits. Is he renting a suit? Is that what's going on here?
I think he's about to shoplift it. Okay,
because you can afford to buy one on a busboy salary, right? I don't know.
And anyone in chat seen this film before? Or is it y'all's first time? I know Zootopia said he hadn't watched it before, so I'm interested to hear what y'all think about this film.
Gee, I see a lot of packages and a lot of tinsel, but I won't dare to say if this is a Christmas movie or not.
Technically, no, it doesn't even. It does. It only.
They mentioned Christmas at all in this. I'm trying to think.
This takes place December 13th, 1941.
Oh, forget it. Never mind. Yeah, because it's right after, of course, the Pearl Harbor attacks. So yeah, of course.
And Wolfman was new in the theater.
Oh, interesting. I remember playing a video game on my NES called Deja Vu, which was like a private eye noir type game, and I'm trying to figure out when this takes place. And your character goes up and reads a newspaper, and it says "Japanese bomb Pearl Harbor" on the front headline. Oh, okay, that's when this takes place. But. Now, you said that they censored that line out of your version, Daniel.
Yeah.
What was she saying?
Gaps or kraut or yellow belly.
What was she saying?
Well, this isn't even in the version that I paid for.
Okay, well, never mind.
That's why I just looked up the actual release date. If this is taking place on December 13th, Wolfman was released in theaters the day before this happens.
Wow,
well,
that's kind of cool.
He could have went to see the Wolfman instead of Dumbo, Robert Stack.
Oh, there you go. Civil Defense Santa.
He was part of the production team. All right, now we get the first introduction of the 1941 march.
Yeah.
Which really is kind of Wild Bill's theme, if you think about it. And this is the same gas station and the same lady from The Duel, which was Steven Spielberg's first film.
Oh, I love Duel. Oh, Duel is a creepy movie. That's like Jaws, but with a truck in it.
Yeah.
Okay, if I could say. Hold on. We have a famous actor here.
Did he die from alcohol or drugs?
Probably a lot of everything.
Everything.
Let me see.
Is he requisitioning? Is that what's going on here?
I think so.
I ain't eating no spaghetti in one of these diners. I'm sorry.
I love that radio's wrong.
He left the...
Yeah, Belushi had cocaine, heroin. That's what it was. A speedball overdose.
So is it like a good thing to get these bots in the house, or?
No, you may want to get rid of them.
I did.
Well, everyone's getting them now.
Good question. Well, I'm up to like 105 subscribers now, Boomer.
Impressive.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing, watching, leaving a comment, and adopting and not shopping. Boomer and I were discussing, we've got the John Williams birthday party next Tuesday. I kind of wanted to do a bunch of John Williams films for his birthday month. So we're doing The Accidental Tourist, The Cowboys, Minority Report, and we may have something else thrown in. We'll see. We have not done Jurassic Park yet. Andrew, who's in the chat from time to time, was interested in doing that, so I'm waiting to get him on board to do like a Jurassic Park month.
Lost World?
We'll eventually get to Jurassic Park.
Lost World? Not Lost World, excuse me. Jurassic World, my mistake.
Jurassic World, yeah.
I like
but
Jurassic
we got to do Jurassic Park too. I think we need to do Jurassic Park first.
I like Jurassic World. I like Jurassic World. You know, you could maybe, I think is there a new Jurassic World movie coming out this summer?
There is.
Yeah.
That might be a time to do it. Yeah. I like Jurassic World, but you won't like why. You won't want to hear why I liked it. So I'm not going to say it right now.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
I said I like Jurassic World because it was Jurassic Park without the Spielberg sentimentality.
Oh,
and you're going to punch me now, okay? It was a bit rougher, which is what I appreciated about it. I did not like
the second Jurassic Park movie. That was The Lost World, right?
Yes.
There wasn't much sentimentality in that film. That was pretty balls to balls. Just dinosaurs.
Yeah. Lost World. It's the first time I saw a movie in a stadium movie theater, like a stadium style movie theater, was Lost World. And then there's Part 3, which I actually do enjoy. I think 3 is a good movie. Jurassic Park 3.
It's entertainment. I mean, it's not great cinema.
I think it has pterodactyls in it. I like that.
Don Davis did the score for that one.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I like he's obsessed with Nancy Allen.
Well, who wouldn't be, right?
I know.
Nancy Allen's obsessed with airplanes. And she's actually got her own theme. She's like one of 2 people in this movie that have a theme.
I tell you, 40s women's clothing do cut a nice silhouette.
Yeah. He'll kind of Spielberg will redo a large part of that scene with Empire of the Sun a few years later.
Got a lot to talk about. She's laughing at him.
I like that little fluttering music. Her heart fluttering.
That's a good observation, Al. I never thought about it that way.
Well, that's why you had me here, right?
Yeah.
Helping out when I can.
World War II. My dad used to tell me stories. He was a child when all this was going on.
I say my mother would have been 9 years old.
Yep.
If they remade this today, Ryan Reynolds would play this part.
Probably.
Or someone like that.
Yes, Matthew Flynn, Jurassic Park had the talking Velociraptor dream sequence. Yeah. Alan, Alan. Yeah, that.
That was neat. We need more talking velociraptors in movies. No? Fine, whatever.
Maybe if it was like a Disney film and a cartoon.
Yeah,
No, we're not.
Land
Yeah.
Before Time.
Well, there's also Disney's Dinosaur, which is excruciating if you ever decide to try to watch it. But anyway.
Talking about the movie or the series?
No, you're thinking of the Jim Henson series, right?
Oh yeah, I was thinking.
No. This dinosaur was a different thing.
Not the mama, like the
yeah, not the mama. Yeah, I remember that. It was like the Flintstones with dinosaurs.
Every time I see Robert Stack in uniform, I think of Airplane.
Interesting.
You know, Spielberg wanted John Wayne to play this part, and John Wayne was like, "This movie's insulting to American soldiers."
Yeah.
I have to tell you, John Wayne would never work with Clint Eastwood. That was another thing because he didn't like the way Clint Eastwood portrayed cowboys in certain movies. And I think he saw High Plains Drifter and was like, "No, I'm not working with this guy ever." So
that would have been an awesome movie, though.
It would have been interesting, but no. Maybe it's just as well, though, right?
I like Robert Stack in this role. I think he does a fine job.
Oh yeah. Robert Stack has a generalness to him, you know.
Yeah, I remember him from all those seasons of Unsolved Mysteries. Apparently, he played Elliot Ness on the old Untouchable series, which I need to watch at some point because I've often been curious about the older version of it. But actually, that'll be a rewatch we have to do sometime. Daniel is Untouchables.
The film or the TV show?
The film. The Ennio Morricone score.
Yeah.
Hey, Crispy.
Morricone story. Yeah. Crispy, welcome. What are you going for?
That's very very suggestive stuff going on here, Bimmer.
Well, if I'm to remember a line from one of the airport movies, they don't call it the cockpit for nothing. Remember that? That was just. This is like a. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Boomer.
Just say what we see going here is foreshadowing of basically the second half of the movie. On the people like falling over and stuff. Okay, go ahead though, Daniel.
Would this movie get made today?
No.
No. Al, what say you?
No.
No. Yeah.
You can't get any kind of comedies made today. Go ahead.
Yeah, everybody's offended by something. And see, this will be considered attempted rape today.
This scene was very, very much edited in the crap version I paid for to download. All right, can you get a refund on something if you pay to download it? Like this.
No.
Definitely, I would definitely complain. Hashtag me too.
Me too. Oh, that's right. We're being attacked. I'm sorry. Could you imagine Steve Martin in this movie too?
Oh yeah.
Imagine what?
Steve Martin.
Oh, Steve Martin? Who would he have played?
I don't know. He'd probably play an uptight official, right? That's usually what he plays.
Maybe the general.
Yeah.
Wendy Sperber.
Nice house overlooking the ocean, huh? That must be a pricey property now, huh?
Yeah.
She can dance. Look at that.
Oh yeah, Wendy Sperber was a very talented actress.
Well, Matthew Flynn says we need more talking velociraptors in films. Chris P, back me up here, man. Come on, man.
That tie seems too loud for the period.
Mm,
That looks like an
No.
80s tie he's wearing.
not with the zoot suit. That's pretty
Zoot suits
spot on.
got pretty crazy.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about Nancy Allen, but Diane Kay was a nice looking girl too.
Yeah.
The blonde. What else has this guy done?
I don't know. That's the thing.
He's been around. He did some TV stuff. Oh, he was in Tales from the Dark Side.
Oh, really? Who did he play in that?
Tales from the Dark Side. Dr. Ko in the episode called The Impressionist.
Oh,
It's in the 18.
interesting.
That's where I'd see. He was in the Philadelphia Experiment.
That's right.
That's why I recognize him.
That's an interesting movie.
Yep. I like that movie. Zoot Suit Riots. Riot.
Come on, Boomer.
What? No, what is that? Is that the
cherry popping daddies, baby?
Yeah.
Is that the Stray Cat Strut guys? They do that one.
That's Stray Cats.
Stray Cats. No, it's not the Stray
Thank you,
Cats.
Chris P, for not backing me up there. Appreciate it.
You're talking about the
That's
Bride
okay.
Sexual Orchestra, who are also a swing group, and swing was in for like 6 months.
I thought you could. Weren't they trying to communicate with the Velociraptors in Jurassic World? Didn't they have those headsets on them? Vincent D'Onofrio wanted to use them for.
We're not talking about that tonight.
We're not going to talk about it right now. Let's talk about Ned Beatty, huh?
The great Ned Beatty, man.
I wish Toy Habits was here because I'd ask him, are you allowed to just walk around your property in California with a break action shotgun?
Not anymore.
Back then, you could do whatever you wanted. You could blow up a gas station. No one did anything to you, okay?
You can still do that, California.
He was called free. Anyway. Little kids could set horrible traps for the enemy. That's right. Who's the kid in the raccoon hat? The coonskin hat. What is he? I keep wanting to think was he one of? I want to say he was one of the Lost Boys in Hook, but maybe not.
Look, Big Al, it's a Christmas tree.
He was in Different Strokes and Chips and Quincy, and that's all he's got.
Okay, never mind then. I guess I never heard of him. I guess I confused him with some other kid.
Lorraine Gray, or Gary, another reused actress.
Can you charge the army for that door?
I would think so.
Really, ma'am? It's just a door, and you're going to be trying to, at the time when people are good American citizens are buying war bonds, you're going to complain about a door. Maybe you can just let that go. Huh? That's what I would tell her. That one guy.
That's a ragtag group.
So, Boomer, Rambo's well over 5,000 views now.
That's yeah, okay.
Well,
Interesting.
your Rambo rewatch?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a lot. Are people leave any comments under it?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure not everyone's watched the entire thing, but over 5,100 people have at least clicked on the video. So,
all right.
I had a lot of clicks on Darby O'Gill when I did it, but they were looking to watch the movie.
Oh. A nice place to live, huh?
yeah.
That'd be awesome. Marie Hamilton, another Jaws alum.
Mm-hmm. Never look down, just look up.
Yeah.
So I guess they're keeping an eye out for more enemy planes, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Must have been a scary time, huh?
It was. There was a lot
after Pearl Harbor got bombed, people were on the West Coast were very concerned. I think people don't remember, but the Japanese actually took part of Alaska.
Huh.
They did. They took like one or two of the Aleutian Islands.
Wow. So you like Ned Beatty, Big Al?
Oh yeah, I've always liked Ned Beatty.
He was in Deliverance.
Much to his chagrin, because he never heard the end of being told to squeal like a pig.
Okay, wow, okay.
That's the one thing he regretted.
He's mine. She likes him.
She told him to put her down.
Hey, he's just doing what she asked.
Yep.
Now, John Candy, I believe, is a Canadian, correct?
Yes.
He's playing an American here, or was it a Canadian? Treat Williams has anger management problems.
Aykroyd's Canadian too.
Oh my goodness, that's right, he is.
Yep.
So, would you say Treat Williams is the villain of this movie? Maybe.
I see him as the villain.
How angry she is. The actress, she was on 8 is Enough, playing one of the daughters.
Oh yeah, that was a big show.
Mm-hmm.
When did John Candy die?
I want to say it was probably around 94. I think it was in 94.
Let me see here. Where is he at?
If memory serves, I think it was 94.
Did he die from drugs too, or?
I think he had a heart attack. Yeah, 94. Let me double check though. Yeah, heart attack. Oh, he smoked a lot of cigarettes, drank a lot, and occasional use of cocaine.
Well, that'll do it.
Is that? Oh no. Yeah, we're a real serious wardrobe problem, kid. Would you like to have one of those big guns in your backyard? Huh? That'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, yeah, I'd take that. So in the version that I paid to download, there are no subtitles.
Well, that would suck.
Yes,
Broken compass.
What do you mean there are no subtitles?
there's no subtitles in the version I downloaded. I
When
guess
they
because they make the Japanese look foolish. I don't know.
But that doesn't make. I'm telling you, did you try getting a Movies Anywhere account and try watching it on there? I'm
I
kind of
did.
curious.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Same thing, same crap.
Yeah.
That's Universal, man.
And this part with Christopher Lee, it's completely gone.
This is the only time we saw Christopher Lee in a Steven Spielberg movie, right?
Is it?
I think so.
Could you imagine him in one of the Indiana Jones movies as one of the bad guys?
Ooh, yeah.
That would have been killer, but oh well.
And I think he's speaking German, and he knows German. I think wasn't he like fluent in German?
I believe he knows a lot of languages.
12. I think 12 languages or something like that.
He's very fluent. I saw him speaking French, I think, once.
I don't remember this part.
Yeah, this is cut out of my version too.
They dress as Christmas trees. Is that what that is?
Yeah. Must be one of the added
bonus scenes, huh?
Yeah.
Spielberg does that a lot with his movies. He kept having different cuts of Close Encounters, right? And
yeah, there's a lot of different ones.
Only one cut of Jaws, though. We need a new cut of Jaws with a CG Jaws shark.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
That shows up earlier in the movie. So
Shut up.
Add a bunch of jump scares for the kids. You know, they like that.
You know what makes it is that ornament hanging on his head. It just makes that outfit.
Of course. Let's take a picture. Slim Pickens.
Yep. Holliswood.
We saw Slim Pickens in The Swarm on Saturday. He gets around.
A very poignant and emotional scene.
Oh, yeah.
When he goes, he's like, don't make me shoot you as I wish you will, or something like that.
He said he wants to take his son's body away, and we can't let you take that. I'm going to leave over my dead body. But he say, yeah, you'll have to shoot me if you don't want me to take him, and I almost wish you would, or something.
Yeah, that was a good scene.
Yeah. I wonder if that was the son that was supposed to marry Patty Duke. You know, Pat.
Yeah.
Sophie, are you being like funny, or are you being serious?
I think he's just messing with you. Okay.
Yeah.
That's an ugly Christmas tree there, buddy.
Did the guy just pass out when he had the axe?
Yeah. And why would you cut this scene out? This scene is like funny.
I don't know. Maybe the test audiences didn't like it.
I could see them cutting it for time.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good tree. It's like a take on Macbeth with the
Hollywood.
You mean Until the Forest Cuts in Macbeth? Yeah.
The trees walking and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. When the forest comes to Dunsinane, or
something like that, or burning wood, or whatever they call
Burning
it.
wood comes to Dunsinane. Yeah.
All right, we got some cool planes in this, though, huh?
This is some good cinematography with those planes.
That's what they had before GPS. You had to use your map. Involved in the middle of flying your plane. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of that scene in Mission Impossible 2 where they had to pull the plane up. You know, Daniel's favorite movie, right?
No, not.
He's a bit of a slob.
He is.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that a Cupid doll?
It's a squeaky toy.
Deep in the heart of Texas. What's that a bottle of, huh?
That's hardcore right there.
With the cigar still in his mouth.
Of course. Yeah. That cigar never comes out of his mouth, does it? It's always there. Here are villains. Slim Pickens. He has that.
There's only one cut for Jurassic Park and the Lost World. Give it time. I'm sure they'll do something. Yeah, Zootopia is just all Mr. Funny haha tonight. History has shown Mission Impossible 2 is the best Mission Impossible.
There's a wonderful line. We'll have to learn how to make these smaller. It's a joke.
Figure out a way to make these things smaller.
Because of course that's what they did right after World War II.
Oh, hey, we got one of them bots in here. Hello, Mr. Bot. Goodbye, Mr. Bot. Thank you for stopping by. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below.
Yeah, hey, bots, you can stay if you're going to subscribe to me. That's what I would tell them.
Yeah.
You know, promote my channel. Yeah.
What is their purpose?
The purpose of a bot?
Yeah. For doing what they do here.
Well, Hollywood, right here. Well,
they won't know where it is. If you destroy Hollywood, especially back then, you're destroying like the heart of American culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's.
Well, the U.S. military did send the army to Walt Disney World to protect it, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
True story. True story.
You mean Walt Disney Studios?
Well, whatever Walt Disney, whatever they have.
We're in the Walt Disney World back then. I'm just saying.
Well, we sent army troops to protect him.
I watched a documentary, Walt Disney. I learned that, you know, he went and saw Cinderella that his animators would work on. He says, everybody loves this movie, but I can only see the flaws.
Uh-huh.
And he kind of resigned himself, and he started doing stuff at his own house, and he built himself a little trainer in his house that he could go on, you know, right on his property. And then that's when he had the idea for Disneyland. Wait a minute, what about a place where adults and kids could enjoy the park together? You know, and that sort of was the genesis of that. That was his second win, basically, because he was sort of getting distant from the movies and whatnot.
Olive.
Is Olive like the most? Is she the most rambunctious of the dogs?
She's the most watchful. Surely I'm not getting a package at this hour of the night.
You never know. Sometimes they get the late deliveries.
That's true.
One genuine jackrabbit foot. He's whistling. He's blowing on it. I might try doing that. one of those Japanese VTubers I watch. She says, "Oh, you told me to get these kazoos, and I got like 3 of them, and they don't work, and they don't work, and oh, you mean I have to put my finger over the little hole on top to
I haven't had a Cracker Jacks in a long time. That's when they actually had cool little toys. Now you just get like stupid things like tattoos or a joke.
Yeah, they used to be cooler toys than those. Did they go on this? How do they not have a compass?
Their compass was broke. Remember?
Yep. Slim Pickens took it out of his hand and eats it. He's doing his part for the war effort, right?
He's
following that compass.
That's a brave American.
With a Southern accent. Right?
Hey, boy, watch that. I like how he says that.
Prune juice. Yeah.
For all that you had a colonoscopy, whatever it's called.
Colonoscopy.
Yeah.
Amusement park. Eddie Deason. Oh boy.
He seems a little too excited about things.
Eddie Deason always seems too excited about things. That's his kind of thing.
He was the quintessential 80s nerd.
You think? Did he show up in War Games? Was he in War Games?
I don't remember.
Or was it
I know he was in Midnight Madness.
Was it War Games or Cloak and Dagger? I know he was in one of those.
I'll find out. Let me see. I got Eddie Deason. Where is Eddie Deason at?
Who am I kidding? He was probably in both Cloak and Dagger and War Games.
He was in War Games.
Okay, I was right. Was he in Cloak and Dagger?
No,
probably not. Dabney Coleman was in that.
Yeah,
Dabney Coleman was in. Like if it's computers, of course you got to get the nerd because back then only nerds knew about computers, right?
He was in Grease 2, Zapped, War Games.
I saw Zapped. I remember Zapped.
Critters
Scott Baio
2.
was in that, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine being stuck with someone like that?
Yeah. Matthew Flynn said Mystery Show Mission Possible 2 is the best Mission Possible. You know what? I like it better than 3. I'll go on record. Oh. And he doesn't want to look down, right? He doesn't like heights. You afraid of heights, Big Al?
Yes, I am very much.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's so much heights, but enclosed spaces. I'm not a fan of those.
Yeah, I know. I found that out when I was at King's Dominion in Virginia, the amusement park, and went up the Eiffel Tower. And I got to the edge, and I literally felt my entire body just go numb.
Okay, no, it's fine. We all got something, right? Do you like the dummy? Daniel, do you like the dummy?
It's weird.
It's weird. I hear that's a good way to impress a girl on a date. You know, you bring your ventriloquist dummy along. He'll do the talking for you, right? No. I'm just saying.
I've never done that before.
Okay.
But I've never gone on a lot of dates. So
you can bring the ventriloquist dummy along. There you go. I don't know that dating is even a thing any of these days. We like that though. Who's on the crapper? You know, I'm going to say this too. I'm not going to be able to take a. I don't think I'd be able to take a dump
number
with
two
with a bunch of guns pointed at me. Would you?
Yeah.
It's like this is not the option.
It might exacerbate the situation.
Well, perhaps that's what they're intending. Oh, here we go.
If you're really the enemy and you really are that desperate, why not slice the guy open?
Wouldn't it make more sense to make him throw up?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That would be quicker.
I have a question. If they were able to send guys to shore, couldn't they send guys into a store to like rip off a compass? I guess that would alert the Americans, though, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Haven't, because at that time there was like super paranoia.
Send the German guy there. Of course, he probably can't speak English, right? That was probably the thing.
That is such a racist comment, Boomer.
Yeah.
All Germans speak English. Haven't you watched World War II movies?
Yes, I know. Saying, well, I don't hear. He's throwing the stuff in there. Look at that. That's it. Where'd he go? Are they thinking he went down the toilet by looking at his shoes there? It's like. This could have been the whole movie here, just him stuck in the sub.
Would you want to shoot a rifle inside a submarine?
That's a bad place to shoot a rifle.
I have one of those rifles.
Yeah, they're smiling at that.
Yeah,
this operation,
like the German guy.
This operation wasn't well thought out.
No.
Christopher Lee is tall.
You're like 6'4".
Yeah, tall dude.
Hollywood Boulevard. Dumbo.
I can understand that Matthew Flint. Unstable ground's always a little kind of.
Yeah, I watch VTubers sometimes. Not as often as I'd like. Probably. Dumbo. Hey, look, he's smiling. Good to get his mind off things for a while. Dumbo is my favorite of the original 5 Disney movies.
It does tug at the heartstrings, doesn't it?
Yes, and it got a remake. We won't talk about that here.
So what were the major? It was Snow White, Dumbo, Peter Pan.
Here, it goes in this order. It's Snow White, Pinocchio, Dumbo. No, sorry, my mistake. Snow White, Pinocchio, Fantasia, Dumbo, Bambi.
Oh, Bambi, that's right.
Yes, that's the first 5. That's the pinnacle of Disney animation right there. They never quite rose to those heights again.
And you get Donna's theme again. She's really like, her and Wild Bill are the only people that get themes in this movie.
Now, again, much like Gremlins, we get to see a Disney movie within one of these other movies, and I think at this time Disney was not doing so often that you could use one of their movies in yours for real cheap.
Before they got draconian about the whole thing.
Oh yeah, you think they would allow? They're probably still steamed about like the Dumbo is in this movie. This is so not a Disney movie.
Oh yeah, man.
Well, just like Snow White and Gremlins.
Yeah.
You know, I heard that Disney's like whining they don't have enough people on their streaming service. And I'm just like, I'll give you $20 a month if you put your entire catalog on the streaming service.
They never do. I thought when I originally got access to HBO Max, I was looking at it, I'm like, wow, this really does have a lot of the Warner back catalog. Like 3 weeks later, they're gone. It's really? Like, okay, like Dirty Harry's off of there. Okay, so you got to rotate them out. Yeah.
Enticed you with it with the yummies and then yank it away.
It's a bunch of BS. While you're trying to grow your service, you're in a war. You're in a streaming war. Put everything on there now. When you win, that's when you start nickel and diming everybody. Okay.
Yeah. Everything that Disney, Touchstone, Univista, 20th Century Fox, all that. They own all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I can't watch The Shield on streaming that I'm aware of. Where do I go for American? Where do I go for American Horror Story?
Here's the deal. I mentioned this on Sunday. The issue is that stuff is on Hulu, which you can get as part of a Disney Plus bundle, but then you can also get Disney Plus separately. What Disney needed to do is they needed to bundle all that together into one price. Hulu is like for the adults. Yeah. And like Disney, we'll throw in the Disney thing as I even understand leaving it as a separate app because maybe families may want to have their kids maybe not going on something that I want to go see my Disney movies on Hulu and then I'm watching the kids watching American Horror Story or something like that. But the trouble is, I think Disney Plus it's seen as limited, even though Disney probably didn't see it as limited because what is it? It's Marvel, Star Wars, and Disney stuff. And I think that's it. And even then, do they have all of the Marvel stuff in there? I know for a while some of those movies were showing up on Amazon. So I don't know. And it has no, let's be blunt, it has no content on there that's strictly for adults. Not that. So it's not really competing for the same market as like an HBO Max or a Netflix or anything like that. I like it.
Frank McRae.
He's tall.
He was in Batteries Not Included.
That's right.
Yep.
I remember that. He
was the one who liked fixing them.
Oh, dude, he's making North and South references. What you doing here? Oh, no. Is this an added scene? I'm trying to remember now.
Well, it wasn't in my downloaded version.
Yeah, I don't remember this one.
You don't cross. It's the Mexican border. Oh no. There's a lot of breaking things in this movie.
There is.
Are those plastic Santa Clauses? You knew we were going to win the war because we had plastic light up Santa Clauses. That's
right.
Another few months they'll be melted down to make stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, just they were. I tell you, my dad told me they were wanting any metal they could get their hands on. You bring in scrap metal. They wanted your scrap metal, anything, cans, toys made. You couldn't find toys made out of metal. They were not on the shelves. Everything went to the war effort. Everything.
Do you think America could go through something like that again, Boomer?
Are you talking about people-wise?
Yeah.
He's saying,
right.
would people be able to withstand things like the Great Depression, World War II?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. You know, I will say this. If you think about up to this time, what did we have before this? The Gilded Age, lots of government corruption. I mean, we've had periods where we were not our best even before this happened. The Roaring 20s with Prohibition and the gangsters. I think we would. I think push comes to shove, if we're the ones being attacked, I think we would pull together. I think I think that would happen.
Remember 9/11, how America was together for a
that's
long
true.
time.
That's true. I know it's hard to see it now because things are not so nice these days.
Yeah,
it seems like everybody's just attacking everybody now, including people even within certain movements. So it's I'm hoping at some point it's going to burn itself out. I mean, Joe Flaherty.
Flaherty.
I'm getting his name right. I love him. He's a wonderful SCTV actor. Count Floyd.
Oh yeah, I remember Count Floyd. Yeah. Remember SCTV? That was like a very niche show. It was hard to find.
Mm-hmm. Now, I have a question. Is this the Hollywood Canteen? Is that what this is based on? Because I think that they're
the USO. I mean,
the USO. Okay, never mind. Okay, because I was there was a movie called Hollywood Canteen where actual stars would be the waiters, and they would go there on their time off sets, and they would serve stuff to the servicemen. They did a movie about it too.
Oh my God, Donovan Scott.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I love Donovan Scott. He's been he's played Santa Claus several times in some Hallmark movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a great Santa.
Oh, Matthew Flynn, that's a deep question right there.
Yeah. I'm not as worried about that. But I'll keep quiet. Look at that. I love Dumbo. This part of the movie puts you to tears.
I've never seen Dumbo.
What?
I've never seen Dumbo.
What do you mean you've never seen Dumbo?
I mean, I've never seen Dumbo.
Leonard Maltin argued there's the pink elephant sequence is one of the greatest pieces of animation you'd ever seen in anything. Dumbo. Oh, I like
Oh,
Dumbo.
it's beautiful.
I think out of all the Disney characters, he's the one I associate with most for some reason. Just yeah, no, Dumbo, my favorite Disney character, I think. Yeah.
Is Dumbo on Disney Plus?
I would imagine it would be. Probably
Well,
with a bunch of apologies and saying maybe the little kids can't see this, and because of the times we're living in.
Because the crows.
You know what? I always liked the crows. The crows, they joked around, but in the end, they were on Dumbo's side. Unlike a lot of other characters in that movie, I didn't.
What's wrong with the crows?
They were.
They think they symbolize a segment of the U.S. population, which maybe they did, but I didn't see them as negative. I never saw them as negative characters, though.
No,
I don't know.
They were crows.
Yes, well, they are crows too. Yes.
Oh, Penny Marshall.
Yep.
It's got a good cast.
What are their names, like Lenny and Squiggy or Lenny?
She was Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah, I know, but the two guys from the show,
David Landers and Michael McKean, Lenny and Squiggy.
Yeah, they're in here too.
That's some smooth dancing. He needs to dance with Rose from Titanic because that should be a match for him because he's just tossing her around. It's
nice little flip.
I gotta tell you, with these civilians dressing up in military uniforms, that's stolen valor. What are they doing, huh? That would not be.
Oh yeah.
Of course, I imagine they joined up after this night, right? Probably, right?
A lot of people got drafted.
Oh yeah, that's right. So you'd be doing it whether you wanted to or not. But I wouldn't be carrying those around with me.
Sal Stewart and his Serenaders.
Now, the whole jitterbug contest fight scene is a marvelous piece of directing from Spielberg. It's got so much going on. Every inch of the frame is just covered up with something happening.
Yeah. It takes a lot to dent those helmets.
Pants removed.
She's just trying to get away from.
What do you think, Danny? Would you like to hang out in this club?
Maybe.
He lost his grip. He didn't like that. Remember?
So they tempt this with sing, which is very similar to this. And then John Williams wrote a new piece called Swing, 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 which is what you hear here. They wanted it to sync up better with the action. And this sounds like a 1940s big band piece straight out of the 1940s.
Mm-hmm. You know, you think John Williams would have been a big band guy if he'd grown up in a different decade, maybe?
He was a jazz musician in college.
Yeah. Okay.
And his father was.
Okay.
This takes a lot of choreography.
Hey, you got one girl after you.
Yep.
Think this was hard to coordinate?
I think it took some work. It's kind of like, well, I would say this was more complicated than the opening of Temple of Doom.
Yeah, I would say so. I guess he had tested the waters with this movie, right? For that
Yeah,
sort of thing.
because Temple of Doom, it was just a fight with some dancers, but the dancing wasn't such a big part of the fighting.
Some good moves there.
I see a certain they're dancing on top of a certain caricatures of some certain leaders of countries, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, look carefully. If you see
Oh,
on the dance
yeah.
floor.
I never noticed that.
Yeah, neither did I. Yeah,
I hadn't either.
it's pretty neat. That's pretty clever, actually, to put that on the floor. You can dance over it, right? Yeah, yeah. Don't chew bubblegum and dance at the same time. What's wrong with people, huh? Treat Williams was the villain in Phantom. The Phantom, remember?
Oh, yeah, with Billy
That's right.
Zane.
It was.
Yeah, with Billy Zane. He was Xander Drax.
He made a cameo appearance in Empire Strikes Back. I did not
Who
know
was he in
that.
Empire?
He was simply a rebel soldier. Cameo
Okay.
appearance. Ouch. Here we go.
I'll be back in 1 second.
Oh, here's where they bring in the theme from The Quiet Man.
Yep. Quiet Man. Oh, there it goes. Ah, the bell rings. Boom. So would you say this is a little out of control?
It's getting there. Here come the zoot suits.
Poor guy with a cowboy hat walking around. I almost saw this like a bar, like a Western brawl. Now.
It does go crazy, man. There's so many parts to this.
It is a lot. There's a lot going on.
Yes, there is.
Uh-oh. Now we're going to have... go ahead.
Matthew Flynn's asking anybody interested in the Halo, the series. Oh, I don't know anything about the game, so.
To be fair, I don't know too much about the games either, but I hear they have a decent plot though. But from what I heard, all the showrunners up and quit right after the show was done. The first season was done. I don't know what that's about. Maybe I'll talk about that on Sunday. I got to look into that. I've never actually played any of the Halo games. I actually own an Xbox now, so I guess I could now, but.
Warren Oates.
Oh, Warren Oates, cool. Warren Oates, he starred in like 3 movies with Peter Fonda. Did you know that? They were like a duo.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Race with the Devil is my favorite though. Race the Devil. I don't know if you've ever seen that one.
No, I remember him in Stripes.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Stripes, yeah. We got to do a we got to do a rewatch of Stripes sometime. I didn't recognize Warren Oates with the glasses. No planes. You don't like planes. I bet there's one woman out there that has a thing for tanks, though, right? Huh?
Oh, yeah. She just wants to. She is ready to rock and roll, man.
Yeah.
Just get her up in the air.
Plane doesn't have any guns in it. You're talking, yeah. Could you imagine a sequel to this?
1942.
Yeah, there you go. There was an old arcade video game called 1942. Made by Capcom of Japan. In the American version, you of course played as American fighters, but in the Japanese version,
Japanese heroes.
Yes, it was the different, which I thought was funny. They reversed it. I think Dan Aykroyd should have been in more war movies. What do you think, huh?
He does have a certain gravitas to him, like that. And his voice has a great cadence when describing something, and it served him in Ghostbusters as well.
Yes. Also, you know what? Funny, he has a brief spot in Tommy Boy, where he plays like the guy that's the rival of Tommy's company. And what I thought was funny, the way he talks in that, it's very very clipped, fast talking, and he does that. And that. Also in Dragnet, remember Dragnet?
Yep.
Sorry, I missed the best part of the film. Chelsea had to go outside.
Oh, did Chelsea do her business?
Yeah, she waddled around. So
the best part's coming up. We got the plane.
I think the USO fight was like probably the best part of the film.
We got Warren Oates.
Can I get a timestamp?
Yes, it's 1 hour 21 minutes. I don't have seconds though. Hold on, let me make seconds.
I'm at 1:21, 22, 23, 24.
Okay.
And now I'm at 121.38. Okay.
I'm at 121.56. I'll just be a little bit ahead.
What? Dude, look at that plane zipping around, huh? I would imagine that many of the activities in this movie would result in court-martialing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so.
Does everybody get a pass just because we need them for the war effort and we're just going to ignore this night happened? That should have been a thing at the end. You know what? Normally I would, but we're just going to ignore this night happened. But next time it's... Oh, to be the guy stuck in that tower, huh?
You know, I had this on Laserdisc back in the day.
Hear the crows.
You did? You had a
Yeah.
Laserdisc player?
I did. I was cool like that.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I can't believe this. You had a Laserdisc player.
Mhm.
So why did you not? Is that why you never got a DVD player? You're like, oh, I'm sticking with Laserdisc.
No, I've had DVD players sporadically. They usually end up breaking.
Oh, best one to buy, get a Sony. Get a Sony upscaling. So for some reason, Sony players last a while. All these players are going to break on you though at some point, but I noticed the Sony ones are fairly resilient. If you ever want to buy another, I'll send you a link to one if you want one.
Okay.
They got them in Best Buy, I think, for like $40, I think. They've gone down in price too, obviously. But look at that. They got the crows.
I just love how so much is into the movie.
This is a short movie too. The Disney movie, it's like 60 something minutes. It's not long at all. It's probably the shortest of the original 5.
$64 minutes.
Why was some guy when he starts clapping and powder smokes in his face? Was he doing some cocaine or something?
I think it's just something you throw in there to just make it a little bit more visually interesting if you're paying attention.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe enough with the gags, Steven. So the critics did not like this movie when it came out, right? They were
No, they did not.
They were not kind. They were not kind to the Swarm either. Basically, Gene Siskel said, "There's a little movie called Star Wars that costs less money than this and is much better." That's what he basically said.
That's true.
That's what he said in his review. He just said, It says me. Is that a sock and the kisser? Is that what they call that?
A sock and something.
Where are y'all at again? Like 125?
I'll let you know. Hold on. I am at 125.
44,
45. Yeah, Al and I are on the same length, actually. Yeah, okay.
Down in Pomona.
I'd spit my beer in his face too, or whatever he was drinking there. Could it be soda pop? What a way to end a year in 1941, huh?
It would definitely be a crazy few years after that.
Yep.
I want to hear your guns. Yang, 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 yang. I can't decide who's crazier here.
I don't know.
Wasted ammo, man.
Jim Belushi's funny.
Oh, she's ready now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a bunch of ladies in uniform or something. No, well, suits, I guess. Okay. Think this was based on a true story?
It was
took
based on a
inspiration from various things, but it's not.
yeah.
I mean, they really did just throw everything into this film.
Yeah. It is a true hodgepodge of different stories, different ideas.
That's an awful lot of sailors. I don't know. My dad, and his two brothers were in the Air Force, so that'd be not a good place to be. You know, you got a train headed towards you, huh?
That's a way to stop it.
Or we got the big speech.
Matthew Flynn, I've never seen Stripes. Is that worth doing a rewatch for?
I think so. It's actually kind of similar to this movie, actually, if you think about it. It has, except that it takes place in modern times, or at least in the 80s. Bill Murray's in it. So is John Candy and Harold Ramis. They're all in it. Yeah, it's neat. It's like the movie they did right before Ghostbusters. That group.
You're gonna have a line coming up here that I know they would not say nowadays.
Nope. Danny, I have a question. Was your Laserdisc version, was it the 2-hour version, or was it this 2.5-hour version? Maybe they just came later.
It was this version.
Oh, it was this version. Okay.
Yeah.
They were big on doing that back in the days of Laserdisc. That's how they were selling it. Like Close Encounters, they were making a big deal that this was the extended edition of Close Encounters, also with aliens.
Yeah.
I remember wanting a Laserdisc player, but it just seemed so expensive to me. Plus, I know that because when DVD came out, I was on the fence of getting a Laserdisc player, and then I saw how much cheaper the DVDs were, and I thought, well, this will probably replace Laserdisc.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
The Laserdisc, you'd have to flip them over at a certain point, and they're they're the size of a record, so storage is a lot more difficult than what a DVD is.
Right. In fact, I remembered with the laser discs. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the punch now.
It's like every frame is just packed with something going on.
I remember that they had special laserdisc players that would do automatic flipping or could read from both sides. That was a thing.
Yeah, I didn't have that laserdisc player. I had to actually take it out and flip over. But I think I paid $500 for my laserdisc player, and I was in high school, so I mean that was a substantial amount of money.
To be fair, a lot of the early DVD players were around that much. I think I paid $400 something for my first DVD player.
Yeah, and then I remember like Black Friday, they started having coming out like $200 and then like $100, and then Walmart would have one for like $50, and it was crap. It broke after 6 months, and
yeah. I gotta be blunt. You know what? The Blu-ray players they range from cheap to extremely expensive, and the cheap ones they kind of break on you. I had a Sony one that broke on me, which is surprising because their DVD players are really nice. But I got a cheap Sony Blu-ray player, and it kind of crapped out on me.
The best part about the Laserdisc player was the Star Wars trilogy letterboxed.
Oh, those were neat. The ones before the special editions, right?
Yes. Because back then you couldn't get anything letterboxed unless you had a Laserdisc player. That was my only reason for buying the Laserdisc player.
Well, those were a big deal when those came out. In fact,
yes.
The Star Wars special editions that I got on DVD came with a second disc that were basically ports of the Laserdisc copies that were the unaltered versions, but they're not anamorphic widescreen or anything, so watching them on a modern TV is not going to work. But they were basically DVD ports of those Laserdiscs. They came out with those later after the first set, and I picked them up because I wanted the original theatrical cuts of Star Wars.
Yeah,
which we still can't get, despite the fact that Disney owns 20th Century Fox. But whatever, I'm not bitter or anything. They own. The only thing I think that could have held them up was the fact that I think 20th Century Fox owned the home video rights to the original theatrical video version of Star Wars. They got some cut of it, but now Disney owns them, so it's not an issue. Release the theatrical versions.
Yeah, if Disney's hurting for money, I can think of a couple ways they can make the money like today.
Yeah, I have no idea. I'd like to talk to someone in charge. That's what you bring up at the next Bob Chapek investor meeting. Someone ask him, where are the theatrical editions of Star Wars?
You know what? I think I'll send him a message on Facebook tonight and be like, hey, Bobby, I'm doing a show next week for John Williams' 90th birthday. But also, if you really need some money, here's an idea.
Yeah, put out the theatrical versions of Star Wars. Even with the Aliens movies, even though there's the preferred cut of Aliens, a special edition, they still include the theatrical version on there. Everybody else does this.
Yeah.
What was I going to say though? We missed out on a very clever scene a minute ago where the crowd was running by and he's looking for our villain. Treat Williams is looking for his girl, and then she disappears, and it's the other girl in her place, and then he disappears. That was some pretty clever stuff. That was. Ned Beatty looks like a typical a middle class American dad, doesn't he? Doesn't he have that look down basically in this? How obvious you have to be? It's like you got the flag on and everything. I'm sure somebody said, "Do we have to really put the flag outside? Are you not proud of your homeland?" I'm like, "But we're kind of being covert." Invasion, yeah.
And it's just the same submarine from Raiders of the Lost Ark, too.
Interesting. Might as well use it if you got it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Come on, you're a gun-loving American. You can't load a shotgun.
Mm-hmm. Utopia brings up a good point that Lucas probably has a clause in the contract that they can't release the original versions.
They think that's probably there. It's ridiculous. Hold the block. You can hold one block, can't you? That's funny.
Roosevelt Hotel. A lot of neon or lights in this thing. Too quiet.
Yeah. Here's that was the two guys from Laverne and Shirley. What are their names again? Lenny and Squiggy, or
Lenny and Squiggy.
Yeah. That's cool.
And remember, none of this is CGI that you're about to see.
Mm-hmm.
It's like miniatures and
yeah, it's good stuff. Was this Industrial Light and Magic working on this?
No.
Oh. Okay. What were they busy doing?
Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, well, I guess that's more important. Okay.
Yeah. This is one of two Williams scores that year. He did this and Dracula. Then he went to work on Empire.
Wow. We did Dracula a little while back, right? Yeah.
Did.
This renowned model maker Craig Jen worked on the film, would later use the hull number NCC 1941 for the Starship Bozeman Next Generation.
And despite the fact you've got good guys shooting on good guys, you've got the very heroic march going.
Yeah. And there goes the land in Hollywood land.
Yeah.
Everything's getting messed up. They just ruined the Coke sign.
Looks like Baghdad during Desert Storm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a night he'll never forget, right?
Must have been one of those little spinning things.
Deep in the heart of Texas. Look at all those Santa Clauses, huh? Dude, sign the contract. Sign the contract. What are you doing? Probably more gunfire in this movie than Saving Private Ryan, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think so. Oh.
Oh, there goes Santa.
Hey, Toy Habits is in the house. How are you,
Welcome,
Mr.
Toy
Habits?
Habits. Good to see you.
Hello.
You ever see 1941 Toy Habits? That's what we're watching.
I was trying to dress festive tonight. I was trying to look like an aviator.
You look like an aviator.
Thank you.
Yeah. Actually, that's a movie we got to watch. We got to watch at some point. We got to do Sky
Aviator?
Captain. No, well,
Yeah.
Oh, Sky Captain.
Howard
The World
Shore
of
did a good
Tomorrow.
job on that film score.
which one?
The Aviator.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Sky Captain, The World of Tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Let's go back to the Aviator.
You don't like Sky
Yeah.
Captain?
I saw it. and I was
Okay, never
kinda like,
mind then. What? Oh man, I thought it was fun, but whatever.
Do you not have this movie? Go Team Ghost Planet Go. This movie gets a lot of hate, but I think it's a very, very worthwhile movie. Cricket, what are you doing? Cricket wanted to jump over my desk to attack Howard on the other side.
Why is he called Cricket when he was a puppy? Did he get spooked by a cricket or something? Or
No, she makes noise all the time like a damn cricket.
okay.
Uh-oh.
And Boomer, Toy Habits wants to do a Lord of the Rings trilogy rewatch.
Oh boy, we should do that. We should definitely do that at some point, but that's going to be
We're gonna. I can't sit for 4 hours.
Do you want to split them in two? Maybe do
We would
Fellowship
have
one
to.
month and then do.
We would have to.
That's an idea. We could do Fellowship and then Two Towers. But we could cut them in half the way the DVDs were originally.
Yeah.
Couldn't say what he just said today.
Oh no, definitely not. Definitely.
What
not.
did he just say?
Ah,
Eat lead, and then he used a
pejorative
term to describe the perceived eye of a
Oh yes.
Asian person.
Even though I'm sure plenty of people did say that back then. Whether
Rhymes with ant.
yes,
Ants.
no, just never mind.
Ants.
We're gonna do our Ants rewatch, right? I'm kidding. Actually, Ants is pretty good. Actually, I do like that movie.
Yeah, we did that on Netter's
That's
Network.
right. You did that on Netter's Network. That's pretty good. I think it holds up. It's like a children's Woody Allen movie.
Yeah,
That's how bizarre it is. it's
Matthew Flint's down for Lord of the Rings rewatch.
all right.
I'm thinking because each one's like 4 hours, right?
Here's what you do. We'll
Do
do
the
the
special
extended editions. We'll do the extended editions, and we can cut them at the time on when they were originally released on DVD. They couldn't put the 4-hour version on one disc. So what they did was they had a cut, and it was almost like an intermission. Like the end, like Fellowship ends with I think it was Pippin or whatever saying, "Great, where are we going?" And that's before they had their trek to, the Mines of Moria and everything. So we could do it that way. I don't know how we're gonna do that. We should. I don't know. Because we can't do like a Lord of the Rings month because that would take over more than a month. Maybe we'll just do a 2-week of one and then do a 2-week of another later. Because I'm sure Troy Habits can't come on every week anyway. So what we should do is we should schedule out a 2-week for Fellowship, and then after that we can do Two Towers another month, and then going up to Return of the King. We could do that. We'll figure it out. Who's this guy playing? Who's that?
He was
Looks
in
like
Heart to Heart.
Mhm.
Oh, what is his name? Let me see if I can find it. There's so many people in this movie, and it's
Look at the puppet.
The dummy's right. It's a Jap sub.
See, that's why he's my that's why he's my avatar tonight. See,
Lionel
He
Stander.
may be the sanest person in this entire movie.
I wonder if Eddie Deason knows ventriloquism. Now that I'm thinking about it, I would go see a ventriloquist show with Eddie Deason. Anybody know? Oh, you know what's a creepy movie though? Ever see Magic with Anthony Hopkins?
I never saw it, but I've heard about it.
He's got the ventriloquist dummy, and it's Burgess Meredith in it too. It's interesting.
I guess this movie does kind of make the Japanese look kind of silly.
Yeah,
But the Americans, I think, look sillier.
Everybody looks silly. And they realize it's an American ship.
An American ship. Mayday.
I got my plane tickets today for DC.
Your plane tickets?
Yeah, the Kennedy Center 90th birthday John Williams concert in June.
Oh, sweet.
Are you taking Rebecca?
She can't make it to that one. I'm going.
How long are you in town?
I will be up there. I got a direct flight out of Nashville. I think I get in at like 1 in the afternoon, and I'll go straight to the hotel and go to the show. I fly out, I think 7 o'clock the next morning.
Cool.
I'm gonna say you're kind of like in my neighborhood.
How far away will I be from you?
A couple hours.
Oh, okay.
I live in southern Maryland.
Would you be able to go to the concert? They have some handicap accessible tickets left.
No,
I'm happy to get the ticket.
I really don't have the stamina to do something like that. Like the drive up, the concert, and the drive back.
I was trying to get Professor Geek to come with Sound Engraver, but he was giving me like Professor Geek excuses, like he always does.
He never knows what's going to happen one day to the other for him sometimes.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Oh! Down he goes. So how old were you when you first watched this movie, Daniel?
I found this movie because of the March. It was on a John Williams Boston Pop CD, and I went looking for the movie, and it was on Laserdisc, and I was like, I'll buy it on Laserdisc because I wanted it widescreen. I wanted everything widescreen. And I watched it, and I'm like, wow, this is kind of like a wild, crazy movie.
Yeah.
I guess I was like 11th grade.
11th grade.
11th or 12th grade, yeah.
So 1979. Wow, I was just in. That was my first year in high school when it came out.
It's been raining all day, and we've been inside all day long, and they've just got too much pent up energy tonight.
So, do we think the extra half hour adds a lot to this movie? We think.
Yeah. Yes.
There's some good stuff in here that I don't remember ever seeing before.
Mm-hmm.
I love this.
I would have liked more Wild Bill in this movie.
Yeah.
No, Uncle Santa Sam. So he's the only one that knows, right?
The guys on the Ferris wheel and Ned Beatty knows.
Yeah.
In the ocean, lane offshore near some. Oh, look at that.
Toy Habits. Have you seen the new Lord of the Rings things coming from Sideshow? Aside from the life-size bust of the ring race.
The ring wraiths. I have some of those Sideshow Weta things. When I got the extended editions, I bought the gift sets that came with the Sideshow collectibles in them. Yeah, I got the one of Gollum. I got the Minas Tirith, I think.
Oh yeah, when the special ones came out.
Special ones came out. I'm not really big on
got
knickknacks though. In retrospect, I might have just gotten the standard sets, but I had to send out for the case to put them all in. The little,
Yeah, but it was Minas Tirith, Gollum, and the Argonaut, the two statues.
Yeah. This movie's a little goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we think? Does Robert Stack have a very respectable demeanor about him in this movie?
He does. Mm-hmm. Perhaps you seem to sell a lot of stuff. You should just keep everything and never sell anything. Then you don't have to go back and rebuy anything.
He sells things? What does he sell?
He buys toys and then he sells them and buys more toys and then sells them and buys.
Well, some
more
people
toys.
do that.
It's a vicious cycle.
That poor guy's been covered through this whole movie with something, right?
Yeah. It is a never-ending cycle of Toy Habits. Yeah, I'm just giving you a hard time. You buy, sell, and trade, whatever you like.
One guy I know, he goes to garage sales to buy inexpensive Super Nintendo and Genesis games and then resells them to buy his PC Engine games from Japan because he's a collector of that. Now, he's reading the instruction manual for this thing, right? Oh. Dog was home when you left. Let me see here. Though.
Hey, Dick Miller.
This movie has a huge cast.
Yep.
This is probably Spielberg's largest cast movie. I can't really think of another movie. I mean, Saving Private Ryan, I guess, had quite a few cameos.
Yeah, but a lot of them were cameos of people of rising stars, rather than stars that had already been established. Like Vin Diesel's in Saving Private Ryan, but this was before he became a bigger star than it was, you know. And
true.
So this is Ned Beatty. Look at that. That house ain't gonna make it, is it?
No.
I hope they have homeowners insurance, right? Look, they're shooting with the rifles too. Look at that.
Yeah, this scene right here is not in the version that I have.
Oh, look at that. He just insulted it. No, that was a mistake. They're not going to like that.
You move.
I'd like a big gun in my backyard to shoot at things. That'd be fun.
It'd be cool. I mean, the kids can, and they would come by and play, you know?
Yes! So is Treat Williams' character growing on you at all?
No.
I love this. Belushi looks at her and says, "Hey, get in."
Mm-hmm.
First he gets egg in my uniform. He steals my girl, then he steals my tank.
And, you know, honestly, I think if you didn't have the 1941 March, I think this movie would be, like, completely forgotten.
Yeah.
Because John
You
Williams,
think so?
I do, because John Williams has kept the march alive in concert since this movie came out.
Now, why is Dan Aykroyd putting the pantyhose of the oranges on his head?
He's got a concussion.
Okay,
remember
see.
he got hit with the,
that's
the
right.
panel.
Okay. Is this like a paint factory? Oh. I'm getting flashbacks to the milk scene in Dragnet when
I'm a bug.
What's your timestamp, Boomer?
hold on. I got 2 hours, 1 minute.
Okay. I'm good.
14
15,
seconds.
16, 17. Don't be
He pointed a gun on him. He kicked it out of his hand. Into the drink he goes.
And the version I have, his entire character is wiped out of the film.
Do you think why is there a censored version of this movie? Do you think Spielberg cut it, or did somebody else cut it? Who's cutting this movie?
The streaming services cut out anything that they thought was offensive.
But you paid for it.
Yeah, I paid for it. I paid like $13 for it.
That's what Troy says about owning physical media, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna like order this on DVD from somewhere because Lord knows what they'll cut out next year.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing a little spackle and paint couldn't fix.
Couple 2x4s, you're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Cool beans. Look at that. Look at Ned Beatty's dusted face.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's got such good spirit in this movie.
Well, you know, it's the times, right?
Yeah. And yes, Toy Habits, the streaming service, has edited this movie down even further. Yes, it took out offensive language and offensive scenes.
Did they remove the whole like him trying to get the girl on the airplane?
It's heavily edited.
Yeah.
You don't get to see her bra and her beautiful breastises at all.
No beautiful breastises? Man,
no beautiful breastises.
That's not the word for that. It's breasts.
Okay. I would call that un-American.
Okay. Oh, look at the powder. Look at the was that a chicken? What the?
Yeah.
Oh, right in the eggs. You don't like eggs on your uniform, do you? You know, that's what I need to do. I need to get myself a ventriloquist dummy and study ventriloquism.
There you go.
I can have a friend. That way I can have a companion whenever I'm alone.
I'm your friend. I'm your friend, Boomer.
I know, but you're not around all the time. I need someone with me constantly. And
I mean, we live in neighboring states. I mean,
what state do you live in?
I live in Alabama.
Is that neighboring Florida?
Yes.
I guess I should know geography better, huh?
You're joking, right?
Yeah, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay.
Touches the panhandle.
Mm-hmm.
You're ruining Christmas. You know, Al, there goes a mention of Christmas. I'm just saying. Okay. Do you think this movie could be set the dark side of the moon, huh?
Florida has a panhandle. We just have Mobile.
Okay. Mobile, Alabama, huh? That's not how they talk, right? I'm just messing. Those are some flimsy walls, I have to say.
You know, Stanley Kubrick liked this movie. He just thought it shouldn't have been a comedy.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yep. Stanley Kubrick liked this movie.
We haven't done a Kubrick movie on this channel, have we?
We haven't.
We have not. Okay. Kubrick movies were very expensive to make because he would shoot the same scene like 500 times.
Over and over.
So to get it right. He looks at the amusement park. What does he think? Hollywood, right?
Now, interesting story. The Ferris wheel rolling into the ocean was, of course, done with miniatures, but they did the first take, which they thought would be the only take, and the lights were off on the Ferris wheel. And Spielberg said, "I love that. It was great. But let's do it again with a bigger splash and have the lights stay on the entire time." So they had to go back and like fix it as best they could. and then they redid it, and he got a bigger splash in the lights, and the Ferris wheel got completely destroyed. But luckily, he was happy with it. So what you see is the second take in the film.
You need if that was like a deleted scene on the disc or something, right? The original take.
I'd like to see the original scene now that you mention it.
Not the Pacific Ballroom.
Eddie Deason. It's gonna come loose.
You right now?
What?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just watching. I'm just kind of enjoying it. Yeah.
Oh, look at that!
I do like it when it starts rolling down the. Oh man, it's tilted too.
Is this the best movie you've seen Eddie Deason in?
No.
Okay. War Games.
Midnight Man. I like Midnight Madness.
Midnight Madness. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, Eddie Deason was in Critters too.
Yes, he was. There we go.
Do you like David Newman as a composer, Daniel?
Who?
Okay, you don't know who that is. All right, never mind.
That's some deep water.
Yeah.
He received an Academy Award nomination for his 1997 film Anastasia. Okay. Just thinking about October.
Okay.
Look at that. Look at that.
So, Boomer, what about a dummy that looks like Rachel Nichols?
Let's not go there, please.
Would that be weird? Would that be weird?
It would be a little weird, yes. I'm not some kind of weird necrophiliac type guy. Okay, let's not go there. I'm not Peter Lorre.
Friends.
Okay, I'm not. Listen to me. I'm not Peter Lorre in Mad Love. You ever see Mad Love? In the beginning of Mad Love, he's like in love with this actress in that movie, his creepy doctor character, and the performance is ending that night, and she's going away to Europe with her husband. So he like buys the statue that looks exactly like her, puts the statue of her in his apartment. That's weird. That is some weird crap. Okay, I'm not that way.
I busted Diana over on my dresser. Is that weird?
You've got what?
Busted Diana, the Greek goddess.
It's not the same thing. It's not a person. It's not a person you have a crush on. I would not have a statue or any kind of physical representation of that. That's different. He's getting up and getting this. That's not what I'm talking about. That's completely different. That's a cool bust, actually. Okay, but anyway.
And then I got Apollo on the other side. I use him as bookends.
Look, I'm not going to have any kind of like life or like semi-life like dolls of actresses I have a crush on. Okay, let's not go there.
A dummy that looks like Zorana. I could get behind that toy habit.
Okay. Anyway. And I know that's starting to become a thing with certain men, but no, I'm not going there. You gotta put the line in the sand somewhere. Did he get bumped on the head again? And now he's back to normal.
Nah, he's still loopy.
Everyone's flying in this, aren't they?
I would not have a tank on a pier.
No.
Cricket.
Cricket's upset. Cricket says, "Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry."
Yeah, she gets bossy. She's like little less bossy bitches.
Everyone's falling into the drink.
So imagine watching this with no subtitles and you don't speak Japanese.
That would be so irritating.
That's how it is if you download it from Google Play.
So we don't know what they're saying, basically.
Right.
In all those scenes.
Yep.
I don't know. You should notify some people about this, like home theater people or people into movies. That people should know that there's a horribly censored version.
I
mean,
yeah, well, because the big thing is like you pay for. Dave's right. You pay for a movie.
Yeah, I pay for it.
That whole movie unedited. Was there nowhere in the description said edited? Right.
Nope.
See, that's wrong. You pay for 1941, you should get all of 1941.
Yeah.
Don't.
I mean, it should at least have a disclaimer. Film has been edited for sensibilities, and there's no subtitles.
And not having subtitles is stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I don't mind it, but
maybe that's why he took the subtitles out of the Spanish version of West Side Story. He was like, "They're going to take him out of my 1941. I'm going to take him out of this." That's no, I don't know.
Did you see the new West Side Story?
I have not.
I was wondering.
Anyways,
I heard mixed things.
I've heard mixed things. I don't know.
Well, he did beautiful, but they started, running their mouths when they were doing all the PR thing. I just kind of lost interest.
Yeah.
Look at that. So this is like the end of the movie now.
Getting there, yeah. Every time they mention the D word, they're like, we really tried to be diverse in our casting. Oh God, just cast the movie and do it. Don't tell us that you're trying to be diverse, because it's such a buzzkill word.
Buzzkill, yes. Look at this house, huh? House has seen better days. At least the garage is still standing, right?
It's about the only thing left standing.
Why are they have handcuffs?
You have a wild party, you just wake up handcuffed sometime, right, Big Al?
You know, it happens. Things happen.
Put that wreath on that door. You are still the man of this house. You will put the wreath on the door.
Mr. Toy Habit says he wakes up handcuffed normally. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Hey.
There's Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke?
Yeah.
And now, thankfully, this was all done with the first shot because there was not going to get a second shot. And yes, they really did roll the house off the hill.
That's a lot of the budget.
Yeah. And you can kind of see why this movie cost $35 million.
Yeah.
Because they destroyed everything.
They might have turned that water off, right? Huh?
Now, Christopher Lee is around here somewhere.
Did they cut him out? Or?
Yeah, I can spot him right there. There he is.
Robert Zemeckis.
Bob Gale. John Milius.
William A. Fraker. That is a nice little spot to have a house.
Yeah.
I would push it back a little bit. I would have it hanging over like that, but...
I like these end credits where you see all the actors, huh? John Belushi. So who was the standout, John Belushi, for you?
For me, yeah.
Yeah, he's got the crazy character.
I would have liked to see more Christopher Lee in this movie too.
But I also like Slim Pickens.
Warren Oates was hysterical.
Co-starring Nancy Allen. What does this mean, co-starring?
You're not as big a star.
Yeah. I don't know. John Candy. John Candy's not as big a star.
Oh, Elijah Cook. The dummy.
Eddie Deason. It's a big cast. Slim Pickens. Did he make it? Did he make it back to shore? That's what I want to know. We find. Yeah, I don't know.
Dub Taylor. That was quite a name. Ignatius Wolfington or something like that.
Ignatius. That's a good name.
Da, 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 da.
So is this a better march than the Raiders March? Think before you answer.
It's different.
No,
it invokes a different. It's not. This is more like a military event kind of thing. You're watching a parade of soldiers go by.
You know,
the Raiders march. You got your bullwhip and going through ancient caves or something.
Mm-hmm.
you know, John Williams said in an interview he thought of this march as sounding Southern.
What?
Yeah, that's what
weird.
he said.
That's just weird.
Well, okay, that's what he said. You know,
I'm just saying.
someone tonight said they want to have a dummy so they could feel like they have a friend. So
hey,
I'm not judging anybody. Okay.
No, just the problem with having those ventriloquist
Oh my God!
dummies is
Kathleen Kennedy was the assistant of John Milius.
Can you see John Milius and Kathleen Kennedy having conversations with each other? That would have been interesting. Okay, but
I need more cream in my coffee.
Oh, I don't know. That's what he was saying. I'm sure he, was. How is John Milius involved in this? Did he write the screenplay or something?
He was the executive producer.
Okay.
He was friends. He found Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis, and then John Milius and Steven Spielberg would go skeet shooting every week, and he pitched this to Steven Spielberg.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can't picture Steven Spielberg going skeet shooting, but that's how it happened. Of course, Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis would go and do Back to the Future.
What? Oh yeah, it's Back to the Future. Look at all the miniature prop makers. That must be a cool job, huh?
Da, 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 da.
Dun, 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 dun. Come on, Boomer. Yeah, come on, Boomer.
Now your channel's gonna get a strike.
Come on, Boomer. Come on.
But bump it up, bum. Right?
Yeah.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
John Landis as Missouri.
This is some long credits. They take like 20 minutes. What's going on here?
Well, they spent $35 million making this movie. That's a whole lot of names you got to throw up there.
Oh, Maureen Peafy was in this. Elmer as himself. Film excerpt from Dumbo. 1941, Walt Disney Productions. The characters and incidents portrayed and the names used herein are fictitious, and any similarity from Charles E. Bryant.
Oh, Toy Habit says, thanks for keeping me company. You're always welcome, Toy Habits.
So next week we've got the John Williams 90th birthday bash. That's exciting, right?
It's going to be like a star-studded event. You're going to have a lot of guests on, right?
Yes. I need to come up with some questions to ask people to try to steer the conversation down a certain path.
What's your favorite John Williams score?
What's your least favorite John Williams score? Let's start with that.
1941. I'm sorry. Wait, no. I'm kidding. Of course. Schindler's List, because it makes me sad whenever I listen to it.
I wouldn't say that's my least favorite.
No, I don't know. I got to think what my least favorite John Williams score is. That's a good one.
I
know what I'm going to say.
What movies are you surprised that John Williams was the composer for?
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
Like you said, Accidental Tourist one. I'm like, he did Accidental Tourist.
Yeah, I love that film score. I love that film score to death. That was the first soundtrack to come out on tape, record, and CD, and it was one of the final soundtracks to come out on LP. I think Last Crusade was the the final one to come out in LP as standard release. But yeah, I love that film score. I've only seen the movie once, but I listen to the film score
I've
a
never
lot.
seen it. I've never seen. That's the one with William Hurt,
Tina Davis, Kathleen
Gene
Turner.
Davis. Yeah.
Yeah,
So when is that going to be? That's going to be what, next
Tuesday.
What
Yeah.
time?
Normal time.
8:30ish.
8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, and whatever other weird time zones exist in this country that don't really count. I'm sorry, I'm messing around with people.
Yes, and actually, when Jerry Goldsmith did do some of the Planet of the Apes films, and La La Land Records just released like a massive box set like a year ago of all the Planet of the Apes scores.
That'd be a cool, yeah.
Still available if you want to order it. I think it's
really
$60.
$60?
I think so.
I'll think about that, actually. Maybe I'll look into that. I do like those movies. Yeah, I'll look into that. I love Conquest. Conquest my favorite, because that's the one where
That's the last one, right?
no, that's the fourth one. The last one is
That's
Battle
right.
for the Planet of
Last
the
one,
Apes.
Battle for, yeah.
But yeah, Conquest is when the apes get to do some damage.
There's Planet of the Apes, Escape from Planet of the Apes. What's the third one?
We're the bad guys in the fourth one, the humans. So I kind of like that. It's
Well, we're the bad guys in the second one too.
no, the mutants don't count. They're a different group. I know you.
The second one's the one where Galen and the female, when they come to, they're like in the quote unquote modern day.
No, that's the third one.
That's the third one? I thought that was the second one.
No,
oh,
beneath
Beneath the Planet of the Apes. That's the one I forgot.
That's the second one.
I always
then
forget.
There's the third one.
Forget.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's Planet of the Apes, Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Escape from the Planet of the Apes.
Escape from the Planet of the Apes. Conquest of the Planet of the Apes.
And then Battle for.
Battle for the Planet of the Apes. Yep.
I keep forgetting about Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
It's an odd one.
Yeah, James Franciscus is. I think that's the actor, right? James Franciscus.
Yeah, and I think.
And he basically just does the same character that Heston did.
I know.
Then he meets up with Heston, and then it's like he gets redundant after that.
And then I think they couldn't get Roddy McDowell. Must have been busy doing another project because they didn't get him back for Cornelius. And not that the actor they used was bad, but it's not gonna be the same. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing Planet of the Apes sometime this year.
Cool.
I was actually going to do it in for February, but I needed to lighten it up after all the disaster movies.
After what movies where people die horrible deaths constantly?
Yeah, let's have a dystopian month after that.
Jason Voorhees got nothing on the Towering Inferno. Okay.
Yeah. Because I was going to do the month is when I do it, I was thinking of doing Planet of the Apes paired with Logan's Run.
Oh, that'd be an interesting duo.
Yeah, a little sci-fi, weird, not quite good dystopian future kind of deal.
I forgot Warren Oates was in 1941, though. That's interesting. All right, well, so next week we'll be doing the All-Stars, so that'll be interesting.
Yep. Did I tell you I got Goldsmith's autograph?
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah,
you'll have to show that off. Yeah,
it shipped out from. Okay, get this. It shipped from Great Britain on Monday. It arrives in the United States today.
Nice.
My updated expected delivery date is middle part of March now.
Good God!
Explain that.
I can't.
I can't either. You took 3 days to get from Great Britain. Now it's going to take like another month to get to me.
LGB, man.
Yep.
LGB.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, this was a fun stream.
I
enjoyed it.
I hope y'all didn't hate the film.
I love the film.
Yeah, it goes on.
I mean, it has its issues, but there's just this endearing quality to it. Great. I mean, it's got great cameos. It's
packed. It's completely packed.
It is completely. It is chaos in a whirlwind, man. It's just spinning, spinning tornado of craziness.
You know, Steven Spielberg said in an interview one time, he's like, the two films that no one ever comes up to me and says anything about is 1941 and Empire of the Sun. And I'm like, dude, both of those. I'm telling you, both of those. Yeah. So if I like bump into him at the 90th birthday concert at the Kennedy Center, I'd be like, hey, Stevie, Empire of the Sun, 1941. Thank you for both.
Well, I remember I met Dwight Schultz, guy from A-Team and guy from Barkley. Yeah. I met him at a convention, and I went up to him and I was like, I gotta say, Fat Man and Little Boy.
And Little Boy, yeah,
was a fantastic film, and you were fantastic in it.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Oh, thank you," because you know, sometimes you get those. And I met what is his name? I can't remember him. He was in Deep Space Nine as one of the Bajoran priests, but he Philip Anglem. He had done The Elephant Man on Broadway. Yeah. And I saw a televised version, and it showed he starts at the beginning just regular, and he twists his body and he morphs into the Elephant Man. And I told him, I was like, I saw that, and I just thought it was just so fantastic to see that, you know, because you go to a convention like that and all they hear is, "Oh, Deep Space Nine, oh, Deep Space Nine," you know. But sometimes you pull out the obscure things that they have done, and it's kind of fun to talk to them about.
Yeah. And yes, Matthew Flynn, Jerry Goldsmith is an American, but we still love British people here too. So,
love
the Brits.
Plenty of great British film composers.
And of course, not only like composers, but actors, because now that Betty White has left the mortal coil, my new elderly actress love is Dame Judy Dench. So
yes,
I love me some Dame Judy Dench.
She's great in anything.
She's fantastic.
Remember, I saw her first time in the Bond movie Goldeneye. Remember that back in the day?
Yeah, I've always loved her. In Are You Being Served? God, I always as time goes by.
Oh,
the British sitcom that she's in.
She's 87.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like her.
All I'm going to say is, the day that John Williams dies, I'm going to need some phone calls from some people, because it's not going to be a good day.
Well, we're going to celebrate his life on his birthday, right? Not his.
Right. Well, he's still alive.
I know he's still alive. I'm just saying. Don't put words in my mouth.
I'm not trying to. I'm just saying.
I already had to bust Troy for the preemptive Betty White thing.
Well, I mean, I bought the plane tickets for DC, so if nothing else, I'm going to DC regardless. And I got the tickets for Pittsburgh. I'm going to Pittsburgh regardless. So
Pittsburgh. That's when? In March, you said?
April.
Okay. They were canceling some of his concerts, weren't they?
Yes. He canceled the one in, I think, Milan, and he canceled one with the Chicago Symphony. The reasons given was it was interfering with a film project, but I call shenanigans on that, because the only thing he's signed to do is the new Indiana Jones movie. They're still filming. He's not going to get that film till probably fall at the earliest.
Wow. Yeah.
So
when is that due out?
Next summer, next June.
God, I hope they don't screw it up.
Well, Frank Marshall said, and it's in a Facebook posting, he said, we're delaying it another year because we really want to get this one right. So I'm like, okay, I can appreciate that.
Yeah. Like
I
said,
take
do
it at face
do it right.
value. You know, nobody really wants to make a bad movie at the end of the day. I don't think anyone wants to make a bad film.
Oh no.
But it's difficult to make a good film, obviously, because there's so few of them. But I think Disney, Disney can't screw around and have many more disappointments. So I think they're going to do everything they can to make a good film. I have, take it at that. I'm not going to prejudge it till I see it. So.
Okay.
But
we'll see what happens.
Have to pray for the best.
Yeah. And if nothing else, I get one more John Williams Indiana Jones film score.
Yep.
So
cool.
But thank you everyone for coming by tonight. I hope you enjoyed this film at least half as much as I do. I think it's a wonderful forgotten film from Spielberg. And a wonderful score from John Williams. 79 was a good year for us. He gave us 1941 and Dracula. If you do not have either of those, go out and buy them. CD tape or LP, whichever your preference is, or all three, like some of us have. Does that include the intentionally bad movies? Yeah. Okay. We'll have to think about that, Matthew Flynn. But next Tuesday, special night, same time, John Williams' 90th birthday. Eric Woods will be joining us, as will Jeff Cummings, who did the baton of John Williams' musical journey.
Oh, wow. Great.
Please come by for that. Adopt, don't shop, keep listening to great film scores, and we'll see y'all Tuesday. Thank you.
Hollywood.